Hey up, it's me, Big Juffer. How the devil are you? Long time no see. How's the missus? I really don't care, and I can't hear you anyway, so I don't know why I ask. Anyway, time for another how not to be bad at video. Last time I did how not to be bad at Pac-Man, and this time it's how not to be bad at Dodonpachi. Don't know if I timed that right or not. I can't hear it. Hopefully I did. Anyway, how not to be bad at Dodonpachi. I mean, you might think it's a bullet hell shooter. I'm shit at them, Juffer. I'm not even going to try. Trust me. Try what I'm going to show you. You won't finish it, probably. I can't finish it. I might do one day, but you know, keep trying. But with these tips, you'll be better than that lad down the bottom of the street that keeps rubbing your face in it and showing off to all the girls. And if you get a really high score in this, all the girls will fancy you. Or if you're a girl, all the boys will fancy you. That last bit's not guaranteed to work. Anyway, why don't you join me? Or not. I'm not your dad, but if I am your dad and I catch you playing FIFA again, I'll pull your fucking fingernails out. Anyway, let's get on with it. Might be a long one. So, tip number one, before we do anything, we need to understand the different shot types in the game. So, you've got a normal shot, which you get by tapping the fire button, which is one you can see on the demo there. Big blue pattern and big green pattern. You tap the fire button, you get your normal shot pattern. If you hold it down, you get that focused laser beam that you can see coming out of the ships there on the big enemies. So you hold fire down. After a slight delay, and that differs for each ship, you'll get the laser beam come out. Now the first thing you should do is, because when the game comes and before you change it, it's only got two buttons, fire button, bomb button. If you hold down the service configuration menu key, which is shift and F2 on main, you will get taken to this menu. And what you should do in here, you can see you've got input check, configuration and sound check. If you go to configuration and press the main shot button, you get this menu. And scroll down to option 3, you can see mine says C button full auto. When you first come into this, it will probably say C button not use. If it does, just press fire button on it so it says full auto. Then hold your service button down again, which is shift and F2. That will then return you to the main menu. And that's now enabled a third fire button. And what that's good for is full auto, which is basically full normal shot. So you don't have to tap the fire button all the time. You just hold that button down for your normal shot and then hold the main fire button when you want your focus shot. You'll see as soon as the bloke shouts to Dodonpachi, there look on the title screen, just above where the credits are, it says C button full auto. And the people that do the world records do this because it's in the game. Do it, use full auto. It is your friend. That's tip one. So now we've set up the C button, we've got full auto enabled, it's time to start the game. So I'm going to put a coin in and press start and then just pause it here. At the start of the game, you get a choice from 3 ships. These are the same ships that you get in Dodonpachi and behave in a similar way. Red has got a more direct weapon, I'll pause it so you can see it, where it shoots straight up. Green has options at the side that you can direct left and right, like you can see on the screen at the minute. I'll just pause it again. And the blue one has a wider shot pattern. Hopefully it'll show you. There we go. And I recommend to start with going for the blue one. Each ship seems to take longer to switch between the focus and the laser shot, and the blue one seems to power up to the laser shot quicker, which is why I go with blue, and it gives you more coverage on the screen. So I'm going to unpause it and pick blue, and then you get a choice of shot type. Once you've picked a ship, you get to pick whether to go with the shot or laser. If you pick shot, the middle cannon of your ship is going to be twice as powerful, and if I unpause it, you can kind of see it there. I'll let it cycle around again. See that middle shot slightly bigger than the outer shot? But if you pick laser, then your ship will be invincible to the little enemies, and if you collide with a small enemy, you won't die. Also, whichever one you pick, either shot or laser, is going to retain a power up when you die, so it gives you a bit of a fighting chance at the start and I go laser because that's my preference, but you go whichever one you feel most comfortable with. Not really any difference, I don't think, other than that. One other thing to note though is that the laser shot is way more powerful up close, which is very useful on certain enemies. So let's pick, off we go. So the next thing you'll want to take note of is the ship's hitbox, because it looks like our ship's absolutely massive, and you know there's no way we can avoid all these bullets coming in. But really, the hitbox is only the middle 2 pixels of the ship, and you can't really see it unless you hold still. So I'll hold still in a minute. So there, you see the like a grey bit right in the middle of the ship? I'll zoom in on it when I do the video just so you can see it. That is your hitbox. So you can sneak through all sorts of stuff. See there, it might have looked like I was going to get hit. It really is just that grey bit right in the middle of the ship. As long as that doesn't get hit, you're not going to die. Just finish the level off. Cool. So this brings on to a more complicated aspect of the game, which is scoring. And there's 4 main things you need to know about scoring. One is bees, one is chains, one is stars, and one is maximum bombs. Now the easiest one to show you to start with is going to be the stars. So let's start with the stars. So the first thing to explain when it comes to the scoring is stars. So stars appear from enemies when you kill them, or stationary objects on the ground when you blow them up. And there's certain enemies that the closer they are to your baseline at the bottom, the more points they give and the more stars they give and that kind of stuff. So stars range, there you go, look there, ground stars are worth 300 points, air-based stars are like 100 points. And there is one special exception to that, which I'll try and show you here. This guy, shoot him near the bottom of the screen. I'll do it with this one as well if I can. No, I died. And they give you a big star worth 10,000 points. Now the other thing you can turn into stars is enemy bullets, especially on the bosses, where if you destroy a boss with lots of bullets on the screen, you get stars. See lots of stars for the ground. That's a big star, that's a big star, and that's a big star. So let those big ones get closer to the bottom. There's more bullets to destroy and dodge, but there'll be more stars as a reward. So that is, in a nutshell, stars. Don't score very highly. Only got 733,000 points at the end of that level because I didn't do any other things that you can do score-wise. So that's stars. Actually, I'll get rid of this boss just to round the level off. Just to show you the bullet cancel thing where all the bullets turn into stars at the end. If you get it right, it can be worth a big money. Ooh, good game good. Ooh, nice. So not shooting until he releases a full volley load of bullets again. Let's go for it now. There we go. See, everything turned into stars. Didn't pick much up, but that's stars. Right, now something a little bit more complicated. Bees. Now bees are hidden on each level. There's 13 on each level. Sometimes I think there's 14. I think there's 13 in the main. And they are hidden until you align yourself vertically with that bee. When you do, that bee will glow silver and you have to hit it with the end of your laser, like you're poking it with a stick. Once you do that, it'll turn gold. That means you can pick it up. Each subsequent bee is worth more points. The first one's worth 100 points. The last one you pick up can be 100,000 or 200,000 points. So let's try and see if I can do it while talking through it. But there'll be a full explanation of where to go to get the bees, particularly on level 1 and 2. So first one's come up here. See it glowing silver? Pop it with a laser. It's a gold one. That's worth 100 points. That next one was worth 200 points. There's another one here. 300, 400 points. This one, 800 points. There's another one over here if I can get it. Yeah, 1,000 points. There's another one there. 2,000. Another one there. 4,000. Do you see how it's working? So combined with the stars, the chains, you can chain all the way through. But like I say, I'll put a video in at the end, or in a minute, to show you the full routing between level 1 and level 2 to get every single bee. Which, if you can get every single bee on level 1 and 2 alone, will net you probably about 500,000 points. I haven't worked it out, just calculated that in my head. So I'm just still moving around while I'm speaking. Right, there's a good example. Look, silver. And if I'd have popped that with my laser, I would have been able to pick it up. But that's bees. Come back later for the bee routing. Okay, now we've done stars and we've done bees, it's time to talk chains. Now, there's a system in this called the get points system, which you can see at the top left hand corner of the screen, just underneath your score. It'll be up here, right at the top left. There it goes, look, so we've got 14 hit, 15 hit, and there's that green line that's going up and down. Basically that's a chain meter, and that counts how many hits you've got in your current chain. And the idea is, if you can chain everything together without that dropping, I'll let it drop there, everything you hit is worth the amount of points that's in the target box above it. So again, I've got a video coming up where I'd get a pretty good chain on level 1, just to show you, but you can see I've got up to 76 hits, that's not too bad. Not bad for a chain. When you hit a boss, if you keep your laser on it like this, you can see the chain meter. It was, might have to skip back a bit just to look at the video, it was in the bottom like 10% of the bar at the top in red. I'll show you on the boss, because that is a way that you can keep the chain meter going. So even if you're not hitting enemies, you can keep it alive by hitting the boss with your laser. So here it's gone away, no chain currently active at the top. But if I hit this boss with my chain, you'll see the little meter at the top left kicks in a minute, or it should do. Right, we are chaining, we're on 25 hits, 27 hit, 28 hit, and that's because I'm just hitting a big thing that can't be destroyed easily with my laser. And that's true for everything in the game, so if you get to a bit where there's a sparseness in the level, you can keep your chain going by having a laser. It's a big beast or boss. Getting complicated, isn't it? Okay, the next thing we need to talk about, because we've talked about bees, we've talked about chains, we've talked about stars. The next really big thing that's going to influence your score is bombs. And each time you die, you get your full stock of bombs back. And each time you die, you get your full stock of bombs back plus 1. So you start with 3. Once you've died like I have here, you get given an extra bomb, and then if you die again, you'll start with an extra bomb. So each extra life you get, you start your next life with more bombs, basically. So it works, but it makes it slightly easier to progress than it would be normal. Missed a few little bits and bobs on this level, but the important thing to think about is, if your bomb bar at the bottom here, where I've got the 4 Bs, if it says maximum, you are in well, I don't know if it's got a proper name, but I'm going to call it mad scoring mode, because basically your score ratchets up while you're not even shooting anything. It's like in Austin Powers when he's like, I'm not even looking, you're an animal baby, and all that kind of stuff. It's not like Austin Powers at all, is it? But you don't have to actually be hitting anything to be scoring points. Your score just goes up by itself. And the reason I'm saying that now is because I'm just about to get a bomb that will put me into maximum bomb mode, and you'll see, hopefully. Here we go. If we can get this bomb without dying. Yeah, got it. Right, I'm going to have to just keep shooting these bad lads, but at the end of the level, when they stop appearing and I can stop shooting, about now, my score's still going up, look. And that stops when you hit a boss. If I take this boss out quick, and there'll be a boss guide in a minute to show you how to do the bosses, or how I do them anyway. Get out of that corner, thank you. So yeah, once we start level 3, if I can get there without dying, without using a bomb, we'll still be in maximum bomb mode. And you can see that the points should rack up right now. I should be able to... Ah, you bastard. Doesn't matter. We'll keep it going anyway, because this is a good example of how your laser does way more damage when you're up close to a baddie. Died again. Bollocks. Anyway, you saw maximum bomb mode. Get your bombs up to maximum and don't use them and your score will rack up. And I mean stupidly rack up. And the more bombs you pick up over your maximum, the higher your score will go. And the faster it will go up. That's maximum bomb mode. Okay, so we've covered enabling full auto. We've enabled what the ships do. We've talked about the shot choice. Talked about the score out split into stars, bees, chains and maximum bombs. This is hopefully going to show you the bomb route, not the bomb route, the B route for level 1. So I've slowed the footage right down. It's at half speed, so if I'm too boring, speed it up to 2 times and you'll get it as normal. So this is level 1 B route. The first B is on the right here, flashing. See it? Exploded it. The next one's directly above it. Picked it up, 200 points. Couldn't really see it. The next one here is over on the left. There. 400 points. The next one over on the right hand side. There. 800 points. It's good this, isn't it? See why I had to slow it down. The next one is here on the right. There. Just exploded it and got 1,000 points for it. The next one here on the left in front of these 3 gun turrets. 2,000 points. The next one there in the middle of that rock face. 4,000 points. Get a bit of a respite here. Build up the chains a little bit. But the next one is here over on the left. We'll go across to the left. We bust it open with our laser. You can just see it. 8,000 points. And then I used to think there was one on the end there, but there's not. So we'll leave the boss fight in, or mid-boss. But I'll put a link in or a separate clip in of how to kill this boss really quickly. Not best for scoring, but it's best for survivability. So I just got to wait while all these little mates plough down the screen. And again, these ones with the stars, shoot them right near the bottom of the screen for a big star for 10,000 points. That's 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 points just for doing that. Right. More stars coming up. Are we ready? There's 4 here on the left. Bust them all open. There you go. 10, 20, 40, 80,000. There's the last one there in the middle of the ledge. Look, and if I pick that one up, that should be 100,000 points. Come on, just get on with it. There we go. 100,000. Cool. That is Route 1 bees. It flows quite naturally. It looks awful to start with, but trust me, you'll get it. You will get it. You will get it. On to level 2. So here we go with level 2. Starts off fairly pedestrian. Who am I kidding? It's off from the start. So in that little crater there in the middle, there's your first bee. That'll be 100 points in the bag. 200 points rather. Maybe that's why I think there's 14 bees on this level, because it starts off at extra points. That could be good to know. I haven't just spotted that. Right. Second bee coming up on the left here, beside this bunker thing that spews out baddies. Pick him up, 400 points. The quicker you kill that thing that comes out the top, the quicker you're going to get a second one. If you don't kill that first one quickly, you don't get the second one. Same with this one here. So kill the bunker. There's another bee on the right. So there it is. Picked it up. There's another bee here in the middle and another bee on the left. There we go. So that's another 1,000 points. 2,000 points. Excellent. It's going well so far, isn't it? So, over on the right, there's another bee. Sneak through the bullets. There we go. That was another one. There's one here on the left. There it is. There's another one here. And my cat's kicking off. Did I miss one? There it is. There's one there on the right. There's one on the left. Get the right one first. And you can see another one flashing up there on the right and the left. There's two more here. Again, this looks way worse than it is, but if you start on the left, move your way over to the right, kill the tanks, and then move back across again, you'll have killed everything that can really hurt you. And this guy goes into a little bit of crazy mode after you've got him down to half health in true Dark Souls style. He's dead. So just kill these guys out of the way. Right, there's another butterfly. There's a bee here, just in front of that bunker. You can just about see it. There we go. What's that worth? 100,000. So that's it. We think we've got them all. But remember, the first one started at 200 points. So there is one more to go. And it's on the road just up ahead. There it is. On the right hand side of the screen. And that should net us 200,000 points. So if we get in all the bees on this level, that's like 400k. And by the end of this level, I like to be on at least 4 and a bit million. If I'm not, I think, oh, I'm not doing very well. So this weren't the best run, but that's the route for level 2 for the bees. So, first mid-level boss, right up on his left hand wing, as close as you can get. He's dead. So, level 1 boss. Start halfway up the screen, slightly over to the left with your laser going. And you'll be fairly safe. You can dodge left, right, just to dodge those bullets a little bit. Watch out for his big spread here. You can see he's nearly dead already. Then get right in close. There'll be one volley, then he'll be dead before the second volley comes out. Textbook. Okay, mid-level 2 boss. Start over on the left and just dodge your way through his bullets to the right, and you'll find you kill the other enemies and tanks and stuff. Dodge back to the left and he's gone. Easy, isn't it? Right. Level 2 boss. Start really up close, so hitting both these cannons on the right. Point blank, they're all dead. Do the same with the one over on the left here. Come into the middle after a while. You don't want to kill that cannon on the left if you can help it, because if you do, it makes this bit harder, I think. Well, I've just killed it, so I've gone into mad bullets mode. It's alright. Should be able to see a way through the gaps. What you've got to do is try and see a pathway of gaps through the bullets. There we go. Get close again. He's dead. Right, this first thing, right up close and then down to the bottom right, and then again right up close, won't even get a shot off. Big ship, middle of level 3. Kill the big turrets, kill the little turrets. Alright, that's the first difficult bit done. Get your power ups. Stay in the middle there if you can, I'll be back wrong. Then on the left, fairly close to the top, dodge through the patterns, fairly close again, taking out these little cannons first. Now that thing in the middle is always going to shoot at where you are. or where you were. And this thing did it wrong. To do it right, there's a 1-up in the middle of it. Level 3 boss. Right. Start up close here. But hitting that back laser on the front one. And then slowly make your way back. By the time you got to this stage, the left hand side's dead. Stay in the middle. Kill 2 lasers in the middle. Move to the right. There's still one there. You can only hit it when it opens up. There we go. Killed it. Down the right hand side. There we go. Now all we've got is these middle turrets. And these aren't too bad as long as you don't kill the outer turrets. You can see what I mean. You just concentrate your firepower on that middle bit. There's always a gap to get through, and it's just slow and steady wins the race. Don't think, oh god, it's been ages, I'm never going to kill it. Because before you know it, it will be dead. You just got to try and stay in the middle as much as you can, dodging through the hellfire and the rain. Textbook. Boss of level 4. This is how I do it. There's a glitch to do it where you can basically break it and stop it moving and firing at you. But what I do is get as close as I can, back away in the first fire volley, just weave left and right to them gaps, then just watch out to make sure you're not in front of the laser that's firing when it goes off. And it's going to come back, so don't be tricked by it. There we go. Now a few more dodges again. And we should be right over on the left, because these fast blue boys are the ones you've got to look out for. Get through this pattern. Right, now we want to be moving and then bomb it, because those purple bullets are just ridiculous. That's level 4. Doing alright. Level 5. Give me all your power. I don't think I've ever beat this boss. Well, no I haven't. Never really get this far. Look at that. Dead straight away. Bomb its tits off, man. Maybe I have beaten this boss.
Okay, the countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, go.